Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome back to my channel, my Loverlies. If you've never been here before, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I am so happy you found me. I do so hope that you will like and subscribe before you leave. Become part of the Mama family. Mama's got your back, at least where makeup's concerned, and definitely when that makeup is cheap. Today is New Makeup Monday. We have lots of stuff to go over before we get started. A very warm, very special welcome to any of those that are new to my channel. I am so incredibly happy that you are here. If you enjoy the content, I do so hope that you will mash that thumbs up button. I hope that you will subscribe if you have not already. And I hope that you will ring my bell, turn on your notifications, so that way, next time I upload a video, you can come right back here and we can hang out together again. Also, my makeup is done. I did use quite a few of the products we're going to talk about just a little bit later, but I, of course, did film a TikTok on today's eye look. It is just a super simple, warm, soft, kind of smoky eye. It's about as simple as it gets. I will, of course, put all of the links for all of my other socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff, in the description box below, along with a full product list of everything that I'm going to be talking about in today's video. And of course, if you have any questions about what I used or how I used it, all you have to do is leave me a comment and I will get back to you. Also, if you are not following me on all my other socials, why not? I post fun content literally every single day, and if you're following me everywhere, you don't have to worry about missing a single moment of it. Diving right into the new goodness, there is so much to talk about, and everything is so incredibly affordable. I am very, very happy with everything. Most of the stuff in today's video is good. Some of it is not so great, but you know, they can't all be winners. A lot of stuff is really surprising though, so I'm so excited. The first things I want to talk about are these right here. So Lang Mani is an Amazon brand that I have been exploring a lot recently, just because they're more of like a glitter brand, but y'all know I am a glitter fanatic. I love me some glitter. It is just one of my very favorite things. I am a firm believer in the fact that a little bit of glitter will go a very long way. It makes an eye look special and glittery and gorgeous and glitter. I just love glitter very, very much. Any form of glitter, whether it be a glitter gel, a loose glitter, a pressed glitter, a glitter liner. It's just so much fun to work with, and this brand in particular is so fantastic. On top of that, they are incredibly affordable. So this is the Lang Mani Heavy Metal Eyeliner Glitter Eyeliner. These, again, I get off Amazon. This pack goes for $9.99, and it is so good. So the packaging comes like this. You open it up, and you get all of your glitters in there. Now, there are 10 different glitters in here. Kind of slide it out of the sleeve and all of your glitters are good to go. Now, the reason I enjoy these glitter liners as much as I do is because they're pigmented. So a lot of times when you get a colored glitter, it will just be glitter suspended in a clear liquid, right? Which is really beautiful and really nice and also very versatile, right? But sometimes you want something that's just got a little bit more pigmentation, and these give that to you. I also enjoy how small these are because glitter has a tendency, anything with glitter in it has a tendency to dry up fairly quickly. And because these are not huge, it's going to give me a chance to go through everything before they dry up, so I feel like I'm not wasting money. My son left the door open earlier today because it was raining and he wanted to listen to the rain, and unfortunately a gnat got into my office, so if you see it flying around, I can't seem to catch it. Super annoying, so I do apologize about that. But these are just so incredibly beautiful. So it is a pack of 10. You get 10 different colored glitter gels, glitter liners in here. They're all so beautiful. Look how sparkly and shiny and dimensional that is. This is just this shade 06. This is more of a silver one, but look how beautiful. Look, it's actually got pigmentation. On top of that, when it comes to a lot of more affordable glitter liners, unfortunately, the glitter can be fairly sparse. So sometimes you want that really beautiful, like opaque glitter line. And oftentimes, I'll show you what I mean by that, because I also really love these. So these are from the brand Honest, and I have had these for a very long time. I don't know if you can tell, but this one is almost gone. I use this very, very often, but I want to show you the difference between the two. So this one is super pigmented with a really beautiful dense amount of glitter, right? These ones are really beautiful as well, but the glitter is nowhere near as dense and it's nowhere near as pigmented. So this one is more of like a, there you go. So this one is more so, can you see how this isn't quite as densely packed as this is, and this one doesn't have quite as much pigmentation? This is because this is a purple glitter suspended in a clear solution, and it just has one size of glitter. But this one, the silver one, has different kind of, it's much smaller glitter, and it is more densely packed. So it goes on and it gives you much more of an opaque kind of metallic laydown, but you still get that really beautiful shine and twinkle from the glitter. There is a difference. Now the Honest ones, you get just about the same amount of product. These ones look a little bit bigger. You get about the same amount of product. The Honest ones, they are a little bit cheaper. These ones go for, I think, around $7.99. They also come in a pack of 10. I think these are fantastic, though. I am really, really in love with these. I think the packaging on these is so much better. It has a really beautiful brush tip applicator, super short, so you get to be super precise about application, things like that. These are just fantastic. I also really enjoy the colors that come in this set as well. So you get a couple of different silver tones. You get some that are purple. You get some different like bronzy golden ones. Like this really deeper. Oh, they're just so pretty. They're just so pretty. I want to compare this kind of purpley one. Yeah, so this is more of like a pinky one. Can you guys see that? How pretty it is. You can see that the glitter in the Honest one is just a little bit chunkier, and it doesn't look quite as metallic, whereas these ones, you get that really beautiful shine from the glitter, plus like the metallic base to it. They're really, really beautiful. I think they're stunning. These are great for any kind of line work. If you want to like line your waterline, I really love to use these to outline a cut crease. Just kind of defines the cut crease, gives it a little bit of something extra. These are also really beautiful on the inner corner as well. They sit down and they absolutely do not move. They're absolutely stunning. They don't burn the eye. They're like, I do have fairly sensitive eyes as well. My eyes are super watery. They don't mess with my eyes. They don't bother my eyes at all. Once they sit down and they do not move. It is, in this shade, this one is just probably one of my favorites in the whole pack. Look how pretty that is. And just look how opaque it is. They're just so pretty and sparkly and shiny. I can't get over it. These are truly fantastic. For $10, you're getting, oh, well, yeah, $9.99. You're getting 10 different colors. I think that, you know, averages out for $1 a piece. I think it's worth that all day, every day. Packaging is really fantastic. I think these are wonderful. If you've been looking for a glitter liner, there are so many of them on Amazon, and you never quite know which one is going to be good, which one is good, you know, which one's going to actually work. I think this brand in general, the Langmani brand, I think they're really fantastic. I think they have really great quality for really fantastic prices, and you guys know I've been absolutely loving the Langmani glitter gels as well. They're just absolutely, truly phenomenal. I am very, very happy with this brand in general. So good. Also, if you want something that's not quite as metallic and a little bit more glittery, not quite so opaque, I highly recommend the Honest ones as well. These ones are fantastic too, just not quite exactly the same. You know what I mean? Also, these ones are much more colorful, whereas the Langmani ones come in much more neutral tones, which again, I think are going to be much more versatile. So it just depends on what you like. I think both of them are wonderful though. And they go for around the same price as well. Profusion. So I love Profusion liners. I talk about the Profusion liners consistently and have been since I tried them for the very first time. Oftentimes I speak more about the dip liners. I have never really tried a Profusion liner pen before, but when they came out with this new Jurassic Park collection, they released quite a few of these liner duos. So what these are basically stamp and line. Get them out of there. What these are basically liner stamp duos. They're in really beautiful neon colors. There is a green, an orange, a pink, a yellow, and a purple. if I can get them out of here. So they come in 5 different colors. These go for $6 a piece. On one side you get a stamp, and on the other side you get a liner. So I'm not super happy with these. Oftentimes I talk about the dip liners, and they're really fantastic. I love the Profusion dip liners, though I have found that they do dry out fairly quickly, which is something I'm not super fond of. But they are super affordable, so it's kind of okay. But these ones, I had never tried a liquid liner with a tip on it before, and I'm not super happy with these. So the stamps on these are actually really cute, though I don't know when you would ever. Like, the stamps work really, really well. They've got a great amount of product on there. They don't smudge. You get a nice clear imprint. So as far as like an eyeliner stamp goes, these are really fantastic. But how often are you going to use like a dinosaur footprint as an eyeliner stamp? You know what I mean? So what's really important about these is the liner tip, right? Because this is what you're going to get the most use out of. Unfortunately, it's not very good. These are a felt tip liner. A lot of people either really love a felt tip or really, really dislike it. Unfortunately for me, I am one who definitely prefers a brush tip applicator when it comes to my liquid eyeliners. I have very, very wrinkly textured eyelids, and they don't work on my eyelids. They tug, they pull, they're a lot drier than a brush tip applicator, and I find that these are just kind of like everything I don't like about a felt tip liner. Not enough product comes out. It's actually fairly dry. It's not very pigmented at all. You really have to press down to get any kind of pigmentation out, and you really have to go over that line quite a few times, and even then it's still not super pigmented. It's kind of upsetting because their dip liners are so fantastic and so beautifully pigmented and easy to use. I really did have high hopes for these, and I went out and I bought all 5 colors because, again, I was absolutely positive that these were going to be fantastic, and unfortunately they're just a little bit of a letdown. So this is the purple shade. That's what it looks like swatched. Let's do the pink shade. Pink shade is very, very pretty. Again, if you enjoy a felt tip liner, they're not terrible as far as felt tip liners go, but I think that they could definitely be more pigmented. I think that more kind of liquid, more product could come out at one time, because again, you do have to go over it quite a few times. But I do think the colors are very, very pretty. It is possible to get a very nice sharp line out of them, but I did try to use these a little bit earlier, and it was very difficult for me to get a nice precise line along my lash line, just because it kept kind of tugging, and then again I would have to keep going over it over and over again, just because I wasn't getting enough product like lay down. I wasn't getting an opaque enough line the first time around, and the more you have to go over something, the thicker the line becomes, and there's a lot more room for error there. So yeah, these are not my favorite. If you like felt tip liners, these I guess are okay. This green one is just so pretty. It makes me so sad. I'm not going to throw them away. I'm sure that I will get some kind of use out of them, even if I just used these to like draw on my face, what have you. At $6 a piece, I think that it's okay, but I wouldn't recommend these to you guys, and I wouldn't go out and purchase them again. I just think that they could be better. Packaging is nice, and again, the stamps are super cute as well, but I just don't know how, useful they're going to actually be. Definitely on theme for the whole collection, but I just don't know how often I'm going to use little dinosaur footprint stamps for my everyday makeup, and the fact that the actual felt tip liner part of it isn't great kind of makes me a little bit sad. Let's move on to what I'm actually wearing on my face today. So this little thing right here really, really surprised me. Ooh, if I don't break it first. This is the LA Colors Radiant Beauty eyeshadow palette. I picked this up from Walmart, and this is a $5 eyeshadow palette. Super, super basic, really gorgeous, warm tones. Y'all, when I tell you I had a blast using this today, completely and totally effortless. This is so, so pretty. LA Colors is one of those brands that I love some of their stuff, but I really, really dislike others. Like, they're very, very hit and miss for me. And up until this point, I have never been a huge fan of their eyeshadows. I always thought they were patchy. They've never been super pigmented or easy to blend. They've just needed definite work. But with this palette, you can definitely tell that they have worked on their formula. They have reformulated, and it is so much better. This one does come in, I think, 5 or 6 different color variations. I will pop up a picture, show you the other colorways, but this is so pretty. For $5, I think if you are just like a basic makeup user and just want something that you can pick up at Walmart that you can use every day, that's going to be mindless and simple and easy, I think this is a fantastic option. When I think about the fact, I want to swatch some of these for you, because even though the mattes are really gorgeous in here, I think the shimmers is where it truly shines. They are so rich and buttery and metallic and just truly fabulous. I have just about every shade in this palette on my eyes today. And y'all, I loved every single shade that I worked with. I think my favorite shade in this palette is actually this one right here. It is a super warm, kind of like orangey, terracotta, burnt sienna kind of matte shade. But it's more of a sequined shade because it has those little glitters, those micro glitters in it. But y'all, it is so pretty. It's what I have all through my crease today. Absolutely stunning. This is definitely going to be one of those palettes that I put in my go bag and like keep on me for, you know, whenever I don't have time to like finish my makeup before I leave the house, because it is so simple and easy to use. I love how tiny it is. I love how portable it is. This is going to be perfect to travel with. The tones in here are going to flatter everybody. Warm tones, in my opinion, look great on everybody. This is a fantastic option. For $5, I think that this is even better quality than the e.l.f. bite-size eyeshadow formulas or eyeshadow palettes. I love the amount of options you get in here as well. So you get 6 or 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you get seven different pans of eyeshadow. You get a great mix of both mattes and shimmers, and everything is a really beautiful gradient as well. So you have a brow bone shade, you have a crease shade, you have a lid shade, you have something to deepen up the outer corner. I love the range in this palette as well. You go from super light to super deep, and not only do the mattes go from light to deep, but the shimmers go from light to deep as well. I just think that overall this is a really well thought out, well put together eyeshadow palette. For $5, you absolutely cannot beat it. This is fantastic. I love this thing so much. And some of the other color variations, like the colorways that they have some really beautiful, fun, bright ones that look fantastic. Unfortunately, this was the only colorway that was available to me at my Walmart. But trust and believe that if I come across any of the other ones, I definitely will be picking them up. I really did enjoy this eyeshadow palette very much. I think it looks stunning on the eyes as well. And super effortless. It's like mindless to use. I love a good mindless eyeshadow palette. But I don't want to buy an eyeshadow palette where I only have like one option, right? And, you know, even though the e.l.f. bite-size eyeshadow palettes are good, there's only 4 shades in there. They usually only get 2 mattes and 2 shimmers. And it's just not enough variety for me. I feel like this is probably one of the smallest, it is the smallest eyeshadow palette that I could use and still be interested and, you know, enjoy using it, because there's still some interpretation here. There's still a way to kind of there's still creative freedom here, right? It's not set in stone. I can still kind of pick and choose which shades I want to use and where I want to put them. I just really enjoy this. I think that 7 is a perfect number. It is my favorite number, and it's just fantastic. And for $5, you can't beat it. Can't beat it at all. When it comes to another eyeshadow palette, I want to talk about this one right here. So this is the Zoeva Spice of Life eyeshadow palette. I picked this up off of BoxyCharm for $5. Again, super affordable, but even for full price on Amazon, this goes for around 20 bucks. I think it's $19.69, which is super affordable as well. The quality in here is absolutely phenomenal. I really enjoyed playing with this. These shimmers down here are absolutely everything. Again, you get a great range in here. You get everything from really light to really deep. I like the amount of mattes and shimmers in here. It's a nice palette. I think that the mattes are really beautiful, but what really stands out in this palette, again, are the shimmers. Now, the reason I like the shimmers in here is because they are super rich and super gorgeous and just really wonderful. This one is more of like a duochrome kind of. It's showing up very pink, very red on camera, but I'm seeing a really beautiful, rich, warm copper. So you have pretty and fun textures to play with in here. You have a great variety as well, everything from super light to super, super deep. But the reason I like these shimmers so much is because they're not texture enhancing, which is another reason I like the shimmers in the LA Colors palette as well. Because I do, again, have super textured wrinkly eyelids. Oftentimes when I use something that is like a really thick, dense, kind of chunky metallic, it just enhances the texture on my eyelids, and I feel like it can be quite aging for me. So when it comes to shimmers like this, metallics like this, that are really smooth and like soft and finely milled, I just find them to be universally flattering. They're beautiful. And again, it is full of gorgeous, rich, warm tones. These are just stunning. They're really, really beautiful. This one, this super deep kind of chocolatey. Oh, this one is a little bit of a duochrome as well. It is a really beautiful, deep, rich chocolate, like chocolate shimmer shade, but it has little reflex of gold in it, so it looks beautifully dimensional on the eyelid. These are just absolutely stunning. They do have a 6-pan version of this palette that goes for around $12 on Amazon as well, if you'd rather have a smaller version of this. But y'all, this is so, so pretty. If you are a member of BoxyCharm and ever see this on the drop shop, I highly recommend you pick it up if you're into this kind of color story, because again, it is very, very mindless. When it comes to the mattes in here, you only have 3 mattes in here, 4 mattes. So excuse me. So very, very mindless. Just kind of chuck it on there. But where you really get to have fun with this palette is with the shimmers. And they're just pretty. I love the fact that you get a duochrome in here. I love the fact that you get something super light, something super, super deep as well. They blend absolutely effortlessly. Yeah, packaging is really nice. Super, super thin, easy to kind of store. If you wanted to take this traveling, I feel like it would travel really well as well. So yeah, this is a really, really nice product. Okay, so blushes. So ShopMissA, again, is one of those places that is my go-to for blush formulas. Feels like they always knock it out of the park when it comes to any kind of liquid or cream blush. I have been absolutely infatuated with the Venetian Romance creamy blushes here recently. They're so good. I actually just ordered the last 2 shades that I didn't have, so now my collection is complete. Hopefully they'll be here for next week's New Makeup Monday. We'll go over everything then. But the formula that I want to highlight for today's video is the Plush blushes. Now these ones I think are so different. They're so different. So they come in these little nail polish jars, which I think is so fun and new and kind of like, I don't know if it's a gimmick or not, but I think it's fun and innovative. You do get a very, very small amount of product in here, but it is beautifully pigmented and a little bit does go a fairly long way. I have 3 different colors. This is the color Nimbo, and I don't know if you guys, like, it literally comes on a little brush applicator. It literally looks like something you would paint your nails with, but it's just, they're so pretty. I actually am wearing the shade, wearing the shade Columbus today. This is the shade Nimbo, and it is a really beautiful kind of like deeper mauvey kind of rust tone. It is so, so beautiful, but they sheer out so, look at that. Look at that. They're so even as well. They dry down completely. They don't leave the skin sticky or tacky in any way. They kind of stain the skin a little bit, so they're beautifully long wearing as well. These are just fantastic. A little bit is going to go a very, very long way. They end up looking so natural and wonderful. They leave a little bit of radiance on the skin. The shade that I'm wearing today is the shade Alto. I'm wearing the shade Alto today. And this one is just a really pretty kind of peachy pink shade. A little bit of like a cherry kind of vibe in there as well. That's what it looks like. A little bit of orange, a little bit of terracotta, a little bit of red in there. Such an interesting color. And just look at that. Look how pretty it is. And again, you can super sheer it out and just get the slightest flush of color. Or you can kind of build it up a little bit more and really get like a nice like bang color on the cheeks. These are just so, so nice. I really enjoy them. They go for $1.55 a piece, which again, pricing is absolutely amazing. how long is it going to take you to go through a full cream blush, right? So at $1.55, I like the amount of product you get in here. They're super teeny tiny and cute, easy to store. These are adorable. They also have this other blush formula. They're like serum blushes, and they just released a couple of new colors in them, so I'm hoping I can pick them up at some time in the near future and kind of highlight them on my channel as well. But if you haven't tried ShopMissA products, baby, I am telling you, you will not be disappointed. Almost everything I try from them is a triumph. It really, really is. Everything is so good and really, really affordable. And you know, when you spend smaller amounts on your products, it lets you experiment a little bit more. Especially if you want to experiment with different colors and textures, you can let yourself do that without feeling so bad that you're spending $20 on a blush that you don't know if you're going to like or not. So that's one of the reasons I really, really enjoy ShopMissA. Their stuff is just so good and makes me so very happy. I want to talk about a contour stick. So you guys know that I am an avid lover of the NYX Wonder contour stick. This is like my go-to. It's a holy grail for me. I talk about it all the time. Unfortunately, this thing goes for like $14, $15 a piece, and you don't get a ton of product in here. I also really dislike that I only use one half of the product. So one side is a highlighter and the other side is a contour. Now the packaging on this is really fantastic, but you don't get a ton of product in here. And again, it's $15, $14, $15, and I'm only using half of it. Well, I went to Walmart the other day and I picked up this bad boy right here. So this is the Hard Candy Highlight and Contour Face Duo Stick. It is the same exact kind of concept as the NYX Wonder Stick. One side, though on this one side is not like a shimmery cream highlight, it's more of like a concealer. And then on the other side, you have a really gorgeous contour shade. Now I have this in the shade medium. This contour stick goes for, how much does it go for? It goes for, find it. Oh, I didn't put the price down. I think it's like $7 or $8 though. Not super expensive at all. It's literally like half the price of the NYX contour wand. I'll pop up a picture of it down here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But y'all, I have this on my face today, and when I tell you that I might like this even more than my NYX contour stick, it is even creamier and easier to blend. I think the tone is absolutely phenomenal. It gives you a really beautiful kind of realistic shadow. That's what it looks like. It gives you a really beautiful realistic shadow on the skin. The packaging is fairly dinky though. So the NYX does definitely have better packaging. It's more solid, it's heavier, it feels nicer in the hand. This one feels like it's gonna like fall apart at any moment. It's very dinky. It feels very cheap. We're not here for the packaging though, especially when we're just like, we need the utility of it all. We need it to function, we need it to be affordable, and we just need it to do what it needs to do and just get on with our lives, right? This is such a great option. Now, am I gonna stop using my NYX contour stick? Definitely not. But I will be kind of rotating in between the two because this is just as good. On top of that, you get more product in this one. So this is half the price of the NYX and you get more product in here. So with the NYX, each side, so each highlight and contour side is 0.14 ounces. So in total, you get 4 grams of product in this stick, right? Compared to this dinky little thing, you're going to say, oh, you're definitely getting less product in here. You are not. You're getting almost a full gram more product in the hard candy one. So the hard candy one has, each side is 0.184 ounces, so 5.2 grams in total. So believe it or not, you're actually getting more product in the hard candy one than you are the NYX. I mean, you're paying twice as much money for less product, but better packaging. Y'all, I'll tell you what, I would rather have worse packaging, more product, and this is even creamier than the NYX one is. It like goes on and it blends out absolutely effortlessly and instantly. I think this is fantastic. It just might overthrow the NYX Wonder Contour Stick for me. It might become my favorite contour stick at the drugstore. Now that I know that I'm getting so much more product in here for like half the price, I don't even care that the packaging is dinky because it is just so good. I'm very happy with it. Now, last but not least, I want to talk about a hair care product. So this is Biosilk, and Biosilk is one of the things that I have been absolutely a lover of for a very, very long time. One of my brothers, when I have like a stepbrother, like an older brother, he's really a cousin, but he's more like a brother. Anyway, one of his girlfriends introduced me to Biosilk, I want to say when I was around like 10 years old. And I've always had really kinky, curly, frizzy hair. And she told me that this is a really beautiful heat protectant. It really gives your hair shine. It controls frizz. It nourishes. It moisturizes. This is just one of those products that is just does everything. I also use this on my skin. It smells phenomenal. This stuff smells like heaven on earth. It smells so good. It's one of those products that the scent, it lingers in your hair. It is so, so beautiful. Every time I straighten my hair, I take just the tiniest amount of this and rub this into the tips of my hair. It keeps my hair looking healthy and shiny, keeps frizz away. It is great if you get like dry patches on your knees or your elbows. It is just kind of one of those miracle oils that just does everything you want a good oil to do. On top of that, it smells absolutely wonderful. Now, it is a little bit expensive. I just have a little sample size here, but a full-size product, a full-size bottle of this goes for around $32 at Ulta. But 9 times out of 10, when I go to my local Burke's or TJ Maxx, Marshalls, they always have a bottle for like around, I want to say maybe $10, and it's definitely worth that. If you enjoy a good body oil or a good hair oil, I do think that you would really, really enjoy Biosilk. It literally feels like silk, and it is one of those oils that it doesn't feel like an oil. It doesn't leave any kind of residue. It literally just sinks into the skin. It functions more like a dry oil than it does anything else. It just sinks into the skin. It softens, it hydrates, it smells so good. It is my favorite body / hair oil of all time. And I was going through my content and I realized that I've never shared this with you guys before. So yeah. Every single time I straighten my hair, even when I don't straighten my hair, I put just a tiny, tiny little like pea-sized portion of this. I rub it in my hands, warm it up, and I lather it. I put it absolutely everywhere. My son uses this as well. My son has eczema. He has super, super dry skin. He also has a birthmark called port wine stain that he has very sensitive skin and really has to take care of it. And he loves this stuff. He loves it so, so much. It just smells good. It makes your skin feel so silky and smooth and soft. This is just, I will die on this hill because it is that fantastic. I love this stuff so, so very much. Guys, that is it for this week's New Makeup Monday. I hope it was helpful to you in some small way. I love you so, so very much. I will, of course, post everything in the description box below. If you have any questions, let me know. As always, no filters, no fancy lighting. It's just me sitting in front of my camera, playing with some new makeup, hoping you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. And until next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and remember, you're important. Bye.